You there to 1990 Stockport in half an hour. Mad for it with comedy and joyful nostalgia. Before that, we're another challenge closer to crowning our 2023 champion.
All this week,
Are you still alive?
these three celebrities have been battling it out for a place in the quarter-final.
I've got to do another one.
I feel like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Now they're back to fight for a place in the semi-finals.
I'm eager to get going. You know, let's get into the fray.
First thing I wake up in the morning, I think of the chili powder and the garam masala. It's just taken over my life. Spice up your life.
I'm pretty surprised that I've got to the quarter-final. Now that I'm here, I just want to keep going, because I've loved every minute of it, to be honest.
Quarter-final day in the Masterchef kitchen. It's a big day, Mr. Was.
They've shown they've got what it takes to get here. Have they got what it takes to stay here? Welcome back to the Masterchef kitchen, and welcome to a Celebrity Masterchef quarter-final. You are now cooking for a place in the semi-finals. You today will not just be presenting your food to me and John, you are going to be presenting your food to three people that understand this competition really well because they won it. Phil Vickery, Kadina Cox, and the very lovely Lisa Faulkner.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a massive round. 2 semi-final places up for grabs. 1 hour, 15 minutes. Let's cook. Terry is being truly ambitious in this competition.
He's quite an experienced cook, and he has shown a fair bit of technique along the way, but he needs to get a little bit of finesse. His dishes need to be a little tidier, a little prettier.
I have cooked for 4 people, being from a big family, but, you know, you don't do those fancy dance starters at home, do you? You just have your dinner. You don't have starters and puddings.
Terry, congratulations, quarter-final. How's it feel?
I'm excited about being in the quarter-final. Now, the semi-final.
What are you cooking, Terry?
Well, I'm going to start with a very basic celery soup, little bit of magic in it. The secret, half an apple.
I spy a lump of blue cheese. Is that going with the soup?
A little bit, yeah, just a sprinkle in there, you know, with some croutons on the side.
Right, and then for a main course?
Old Trafford spicy chicken, so it's a fusion of the area that I grew up in. Because everyone was an immigrant there, you know, we were either Irish descent, we had Italians, we had Maltese, we had Indians, Caribbean, we had everything. So you're going to have the main bit is going to be tandoori chicken. That's going to go with rice. Then it's going to have Caribbean-flavoured Chantenay carrots on a spinach pesto. The only thing I'm not getting right in this dish, Old Trafford, if you have anything spicy or a curry, you have half and half chips, half rice. So my apologies to any locals tuning in.
You've named a dish after where you were brought up, something close to your heart.
Well, Old Trafford's such a great area to grow up in. It's near to town, so it was a kind of a vibey place. You know, a lot of the best music that came out of Manchester came within half a mile of where I grew up. It was just a great place to grow up in.
Good celery soup is a lovely, lovely thing. Lots of onions, potatoes, blended together, and it should be quite smooth. But if he doesn't peel that celery properly, we're going to have lots of string in it. And you don't want stringy soup.
We've got croutons going on with that as well, as long as he doesn't burn them and they're not greasy.
Main course, a celebration of Old Trafford. His dish is all about taking all those different influences and putting them on one plate. That's dangerous. His centrepiece is a tandoori-style chicken. Well, that chicken needs to be cooked all the way through. With that, we've got Chantenay carrots rolled in all-purpose seasoning. The pesto's my concern. Spinach, basil, salty cheese, olive oil, in with a curry, and the whole lot served with rice. I've got to say, it's an interesting mix of things.
I'm being a bit ambitious, But I think that's the way to try and win. You've got to take a chance.
I like Shazia's style. She likes an East meets West fusion.
She grew up in the UK with Pakistani parents. Her flavours are really good.
If I survived the island with Bear Grylls, on a desert island with no food, starving to death for a month, I thought I couldn't do anything after this, till I came to Masterchef.
So what are you going to cook for us?
I'm going to make aloo paratha. Paratha is bread with spiced potato in between the bread, with coriander and mint chutney. And then I'm going to make a beef kofta in curry sauce with chapatis and olive oil.
Why these two dishes?
Well, they go well together. They're also kind of feel-good food, like a paratha with potatoes and spices. It makes you feel good.
3 very, very special guests in the dining room today.
Yes.
How do you feel about feeding them?
You know, obviously, you want people to like your cooking. Look, I don't want them to send the food back.
I'm really excited for Shazia. Paratha stuffed with potato, lots of spicing. Fabulous. Really looking forward to that.
Almost like a flattened out samosa. And on the side of that, we've got a coriander chutney. Wonderful. I hope there's a bit of chilli in there with the mint and the coriander, give it a bit of spice. Then we've got these kofta. For me, the spicing is really important because we want to be able to taste every different spice. She's going to serve those kofta with chapatis. Chapati, really thin bread made with a bit of wholemeal flour. They're very hard to get right, and if they're not thin enough, they become very, very doughy. Max, by his own admission, is a bit of a novice. However, he does real crowd pleasers. The food's been really flavoursome.
He knows what good food tastes like. I believe he has got real promise.
I think about food a lot more. Like the other night, never have put this on, but I did. I watched Burnt with Bradley Cooper in it. He's a 2-star Michelin chef, you know what I mean? But I was watching it like, yeah, I understand, like, his frustrations, yeah. Stupid.
2 courses to impress.
Main course I'm gonna do is an Asian noodles, chicken cooked in ginger, garlic and chilli with a coconut broth. And then for dessert, I'm going to be doing a sticky toffee pudding with homemade ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream?
Yes.
You worked with an ice cream machine before?
Never, but I've just shoved it in.
And then tell me the chicken itself. Is it based upon any sort of classic idea?
Do you know what? When I went in the restaurant to work, that it was a Burmese restaurant, and they made something similar. I thought if I can cook something like that, I'd be buzzing. So, and the sticky toffee pudding is one of my favourite desserts ever. So,
I love a sticky toffee. What is it that you love about a sticky toffee?
oh, it's just how rich it is. It's a proper English dessert, innit? So, yeah, I'm going to make it as thick and sweet as I possibly can.
Have you got somebody at home who's supporting you and, like, telling you to keep on going?
Yeah, like, I mean, everyone, my girlfriend, my mum, my brother's on my case all the time because he likes to cook. And my mate, Ryan Thomas, rang me about half an hour ago. He got to a quarter-final last year, I think. So I'd love to get further than Ryan.
Max seems to have stepped up for the quarter-final. He's going for a Burmese curry. Fantastic. He's starting off with coconut milk and stock. These spices are chili powder and paprika, garlic and ginger, all reduced down. It could be delicious.
Sticky toffee pudding. I mean, it's a wonderful dish. A soft, light, bouncy sponge. And then a sauce across the top that is smooth like honey. He's serving it with ice cream. Absolutely wonderful.
How'd you take it out? It's spinning again. I'm having a nightmare. There we go. Right, where's the freezer at?
Terry, you've got about just over 15 minutes left on your first course.
Oh, jeez, I thought I had plenty of time.
I'm really excited to be back at Masterchef. I got, like, the feels, you know, walking on the cobbles. I have some sympathy for them today, but we did it, so they've got to do it too.
Always coming back to MasterChef's exciting. Lovely to be here. I love everything about food. I think I'm as passionate about food today as I've ever been.
By the quarter-final, you need to be showing that little bit of extra flair, that something magic. Cheers.
Cheers.
OK, I think that's done now. That's blended.
Terry's starter is celery soup served with crumbled Stilton and croutons.
So I think for this soup to deliver, it's got to be seasoned beautifully. We've got to have the celery taste coming through.
It's not the best one I've ever done, but where's the bowls? Oh, there they are.
It could be great, but it has to be delivered immaculately.
Nice-looking soup.
Smells great.
The right amount of crunchy croutons, lovely creamy Stilton. It could really work.
I think this is the best-looking dish you've presented so far, mate.
Well, thanks. That's not saying a lot, is it?
Come on, Terry, let's go. That is a good-looking soup.
Good job.
That is great.
Hiya.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, fantastic to see you. I've made you celery soup with croutons, a little bit of Stilton as well. Slurp it up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really good presentation. Those croutons look great.
I can smell the celery.
Yeah.
Which is good considering it's celery soup. So we're off to a good start. The crouton's got a nice bit of crunch, but the soup is watery. It doesn't taste of celery soup to me.
It smells great, and I had high expectations, but I think maybe I thickened it with a potato because the celery just seems to be missing.
I like the croutons. They are
Yeah.
delicious and crunchy. I love that he's used the celery leaves, that he's put them on the top.
I think the celery leaves is actually given the most celery flavour.
I really like that celery flavour. Little hint of sweet apple underneath. And those little croutons, crispy texture.
It's a good, hearty bowl of soup. However, they're dark, these croutons. That's what I call burnt, really.
Terry, 15 minutes for your chicken, yeah?
OK, brilliant.
Good lad.
Oh, damn. It's dried out. That's annoying, that. I didn't think it would, you know.
Terry's main Old Trafford fusion spicy chicken curry. Well, I love a curry. I like chicken. I'm just not quite sure about what the fusion of Old Trafford is.
There we go.
It's all about the presentation, Terry.
It's me trying to be posh, that's what it is.
Is it? Well done. All you gotta do now is get the chicken and the carrots and your spinach on the plates and you're done.
I really want it to be spicy, you know, don't put spicy unless it's going to be spicy.
Smells great, Terry.
Let's hope it tastes great, because it's dried out a bit. It's supposed to have sauce there.
It needs to be a flavourful punch. I want a tingle on my tongue.
Beginning to get a handle on your style.
Style.
Come on, Terry.
Terry, where to go now?
Let's go.
Well done, you. Thanks very much.
Out the door.
Right then. Well done, Terry.
Cheers. This reflects where I grew up in Old Trafford, Manchester. So it was a mixture of people. You're either Irish descent, Italian, Jamaican, Indian, of course, which is the main part of the dish. It was an Indian-style chicken. Sorry, there's not more sauce. There's like a pesto there, plus a nice sweet carrot with some all-purpose seasoning on it.
Smells good.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Well, I hope it is. Thanks.
There's such a shame that there is no sauce. It's really salty, but there are some nice flavours in there. You know, the turmeric and the chilies are lovely. The chicken is sadly a little bit overcooked as well. It's going dry, which is difficult with a chicken drumstick. And the pesto, it's very vinegary, so I can taste some coriander and vinegar, but not much else.
For me, I feel lost in this plate. Like, that carrot has just got so much seasoning on it, just so salty and just... Yeah, I had to drink, like, half a glass of water, you know, to wash it down.
I'm just left guessing if the sauce had been there, perhaps it would have combined, and also the rice and the chicken, it would have been better. So the story was wonderful, and it's just such a shame because the dish doesn't match the story.
The chicken has got a really lovely crust from all the yoghurt and the spices across the top, but I don't think the pesto works with the curry. It's jarring. The sort of strong, salty Parmesan cheese and spinach with the basil going with this sort of spice of chicken.
I don't mind the pesto so much because there isn't any other sauce. But it is odd going from India to Italy in one mouthful.
I am really disappointed in the chicken. I can't tell you. Because my chicken was my thing. The chicken was the pièce de résistance, you know, was the one. And that hasn't turned out right.
Shazia, we got 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Aloo paratha, you want it nice and soft in the middle, full of lovely potatoes and spices. This sounds like heaven to me.
I love coriander and I love mint chutney. I'm quite excited. I'm intrigued.
I've never tried a paratha before, so I'm really excited to try this. It sounds lovely.
Shazia, you're well ahead of schedule.
Thank you.
This seems to have been a sort of revelation for you, hasn't it?
It's been quite a laugh.
Right, time to go.
OK.
That looks great.
Off you go.
Hiya.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you.
This is aloo paratha with coriander and mint chutney.
Thank you. It smells
Thank
lovely.
you.
Thank
Smells
you.
delicious.
There is some nice punch of flavour in there, isn't there? There's a bit of spice coming through. Having that chutney there is just really, like, balancing out the spice that you're getting from the paratha. I think they taste fabulous, but I am just a little bit concerned with the lack of potato in the middle. Did want a bit more potato.
The chutney is really chilli spice, really hot. I love the herbs in there.
It's presented really well. It's punchy. Well done. It's a first for me, and it's been a pleasant experience.
Oh, I feel they're light as a feather. Whoa, whoa, that chutney, whoa. I want a bit of spice, we've got it. It's got the flavour of mint and coriander going through it. It's quite sharp, but floral.
The bread itself is really lovely, light, not at all greasy, but there's not enough potato in there. Maybe in trying to flatten the bread, she squeezed too much of the potato filling out.
You've got 15 minutes on your main course.
Yep.
You've got what left to do?
Just the chapatis. I'm sweating, man. I've not done this much exercise in years.
Are your kufta ready?
They are.
You need to know how to season it. It needs to have those flavours. You get that punch of cumin or something that's exciting.
For me, the key for a good kofta is making sure you get that nice sear on the outside, so you get that caramelisation, and then that moisture gets sealed in. That, for me, is a real kofta.
And then a chapati. Can't go wrong with a chapati.
Well done, my friend. We're proud of you, Shazia.
Thanks, Dad.
Go on, kid, let's go.
You go, Shazia.
I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, yum.
These are beef kofta in a curry sauce with chapatis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good presentation, isn't it? Very colourful, smells delicious.
It's inviting, isn't it?
It
It's a
is.
real inviting bowl of food.
I think the spices in it are lovely. And I think the tomato sauce has almost got that richness it needs, but she's just not cooked it for long enough.
There are flavours coming through, a little hit of spice, but not too much, not too overpowering even for me. So that's a plus.
Chapatis are well cooked. You can tell she makes these things often at home. And there's a bit of a hit of spice. You can tell she likes spice and she works with spice quite often. It's a nice little balance with spices.
Kuftas are cooked well. The breads are really good, not doughy in any way, cooked all the way through, and not a hint of grease. You know why? Because she made those in a dry pan. Very, very good indeed.
There's lots and lots of skill on show here. It is sweet with tomato. It's got a good amount of chilli heat in the background, a flavour of garam masala and smoky turmeric.
It was very nerve-wracking. The people tasting it have won before, so obviously they don't just like food, they're good at cooking it, and basically you can't hide your mistakes.
You got 6 minutes, all right?
Yeah.
Max's main Asian chili and coconut chicken noodles. Sounds delicious. Be interesting to see the balance of that.
Are you panicking, Max?
Absolutely. Been panicking for about 2 hours.
You're doing good.
Chicken, you always want, you know, a nice, tender, soft chicken. You don't want it to be overcooked. You're gonna want those noodles to be soft as well. Asian chili, I love a bit of chili if you haven't realised, so I'm really looking forward to that. And, you know, coconut to balance that out, like.
Well done, well done.
Thank you.
I think that looks great, Max.
Thank you.
So do I. Let's go. Well done.
All right, thank you.
Good lad.
Hi, guys.
Hiya.
You all right?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Max has cooked a Burmese curry. Noodles with chicken in a coconut broth, spiced with chilli, paprika, garlic and ginger, topped with a boiled egg.
So I hope you like it.
Thank you. Thank you. He's made an effort with presentation.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Let's hope it tastes good.
Chicken is cooked well, you know, it's probably the best cooked meat we've had today. I think it was a really well thought out dish. You can see he's really thinking about his flavours and that, you know, the profiles and what should be in there.
I like the fact that we've got that lovely coconut milk and I can taste the chilli, but the noodles are slightly stuck together.
This is a really good-looking dish. The sauce I like, it's ferociously hot, but all those noodles are stuck together.
Chicken is really nicely done. Creamy sauce, and it's hot. It's powerful with chilli. OK, you've got 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
Where's the ice cream?
In the freezer.
Everything good?
Yeah, looks good.
Mate, 15 minutes to make a sauce and get plated up. Max,
OK.
you are on fire.
I go to a restaurant, I order a sticky toffee pudding. It is my favourite dessert.
Wow. Just needs lashings of everything.
It does.
If you're on stage right now performing,
Yeah.
right, in comparison to the food, where are we?
Yeah, it's a big number now. I'm just about to crowd, so... yeah. It's the grand finale now, isn't it?
If he's got vanilla bean running through that ice cream and it's just creamy and delicious, I'm looking forward to it.
You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you very much.
Off you go, Max.
Hey, come on.
Hi, guys.
Hiya.
Today, I've made a sticky toffee pudding with homemade vanilla ice cream. Hope you enjoy it.
Thank
you.
you.
Yes. I see the vanilla beans and all the extra sauce.
The sticky toffee sauce is beautiful. It's got a real lovely, rich, buttery toffee depth.
That cake is so moist.
It's beautiful.
Like, you just cut into it and it's just like a cloud. And then the ice cream, that vanilla bean that I wanted through it, and it's so creamy.
There's a little crispy edge on the sponge, but actually it adds to it.
It's chewy, it's lovely, that crispy bit. It's the best thing I've eaten on this whole day.
That is an exceptionally well-done sticky toffee pudding. That is the lightest of sponge. It's got a crust on the outside of it. The sauce has got a bitter finish. I think that's a really, really good pud.
We've got really lovely, rich, creamy ice cream, which is not too sweet. It's a really good dessert.
Full on that. When I walked in with the food, I was like, oh, my God. And Phil, like, he's a big dude who just sort of staring at me like... Yeah, happy it's over.
Masterchef quarter-final, always a big day. Now, 3 today, I think, felt the pressure.
That's a tough round.
So Terry started with the celery soup. You and I enjoyed. Yes, a couple of my croutons were scorched, but it was nice and thick, and the Stilton across the top was pleasant and a good seasoning.
I like the soup, not sure about the guests in the dining room. We all agreed that the chicken curry would have been better if he hadn't dried up all his sauce. And it was odd to have a pesto on a plate with a curry.
Shazia, we started off with a fiery chutney with mint and coriander. The bread made very, very nicely, that paratha, the potato flavouring inside, but there wasn't enough potato.
The kuftas were seasoned well and they were cooked properly. I like her chapatis. I thought they were really, really well made.
Max, I think, today was really ambitious. We got a bowl of noodles with a curry broth with flavours of chilli. A lot of my noodles were stuck together, but what was impressive was that dessert.
Universally loved. Me, you, and the dining room. It was the standout dish of the day.
We now have to make a decision. Who's staying with us, who's going home?
I'd feel awful if I went out at this stage. I came in this competition to win it, or to get to the final at least.
To get to the quarterfinal's been an achievement. It's just that, like, I'm well into it now, so I would be gutted to go.
I didn't set the kitchen on fire, like nothing went disastrously wrong. Oh, I gave it my best.
With the help of the guests in the dining room, we have made a decision. 2 of you are going to go through to a semi-final. 1 of you, unfortunately, is leaving the competition. The first contestant going through to a semi-final is Max. The dish of the day was your sticky toffee pudding.
No way. Can't believe that.
Phil Vickery cheered in the dining room.
Did it? Was it? Oh, my God. Wow, thank you.
So, Shazia, Terry, of course, 1 of you is going through to a semi-final, 1 of you is leaving the competition. The contestant leaving us is Terry. Terry, sorry to see you go.
Yeah,
We've
very
loved having
sorry.
you here. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Terry.
Cheers.
Well done.
Gutted. You know, I know why. I know the chicken was too dry, I had no sauce. I'm feeling deflated because I wanted to be in the final. I wanted to win the final.
Shazia, Max, you are Celebrity Masterchef semi-finalists. Congratulations.
I'm really shocked. I just didn't think I would get this far. I don't know what's happening next. I don't know what's happening now.
Semi-final. Mad. I've literally been winging it. It's worked, so, like, absolutely buzzing.
Next week, 5 new celebrities take on the challenge.
Oh no.
To become Celebrity Masterchef champion.
Ooh, it's a bear. Ooh. Cook.
I'm determined to succeed.
I'll just pack my bags.
See how our new celebs get on next Wednesday evening at 9. Press red now for the ultimate wedding planner launching underneath Concord at Manchester Airport, new on iPlayer. Next tonight, attempting to juggle his debts, his wife and his mistress, it's new comedy The Brilliantly Funny, The Power of Parker.
This company is different. The agent is